There we go. Welcome, everybody, to Millionaire Mindset Mondays. I'm Jan Carmanico Reeves, your host. And as you know, I'm on a mission to make real estate investing fun, easy, and profitable. We're here every Monday night at 6 p.m. EST. And I always have some wonderful guests that join me and share their wisdom. And tonight we have Patricia Wilson, who is a boutique style student housing specialist. She's very hands-on and she purchases houses with partners. So, welcome, Patricia. Thank you for
Thank you.
joining me tonight. We
Thank you.
met way was that back in the spring, right? I would
Yeah,
have.
it was May.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in Edmonton. So glad we
Uh-huh.
could finally connect here. And
Yes.
yeah, just tell us a little bit about your background, about yourself, how
Okay.
you got into real estate investing, all that kind of stuff.
Okay. My husband and I bought our first house back in 2002. It was a foreclosure, up down duplex. And my husband had been thinking about real estate investing for a while, following this local mentor, Ozzy Giroux. And I got a little bit more education too. Anyways, we purposely bought something that the tenant could help us with our first home. And the fact that it was a foreclosure, um, scream ahead, going ahead, it appreciated quite a bit because we bought it literally a month before the 2010 Olympic announcement. And then it just appreciated. And in 2010, late 2010, we sold it. And that house was able to purchase our current home, like our down payment, even before we sold it, and buy two other properties. So
Oh
it
my
was the
goodness.
equity build,
Yeah.
the rolling the and when we sold it, we had a surplus in the savings, and I started um, just looking for cash flow, looking for different things to kind of fit. The market already in Squamish. I'm in BC, Squamish, BC. Was already not cash flowing. Like BC was already at that point. And then we started looking at the island. And in 2011, I found um, this this half duplex that student housing. What is this? I ran the numbers. I ran the numbers for my husband. We ran the numbers together. And it was like, okay, let's do
Cool.
it. And
Nice.
then, so it was a half a duplex then. And then we bought the other half. So we have a full duplex in Nanaimo. And then last year, I finally took the plunge. Well, last couple of years, about 36 months now, a lot of more education, specifically within raising capital and joint venture arena. And I got my first joint venture, and we bought a year ago, we bought a half duplex in Edmonton, and it's doing well now too. So I have three titles now under the student housing strategy.
Nice. So, tell me about your first partnership and what did you learn in your educational platform?
Mhm.
And how did you go about finding them? And then how did you vet them? All that kind of stuff.
Okay, so shout out to Michael Ponte and
Yeah.
Savvy Investor. I did two of his Elevate masterclass. One was raising capital joint venture, and the other one was multifamily investing. And a lot of the stuff, it was an intense, his classes are intense. They're live. You can see the recordings forever afterwards. But that was what I liked about it, that you sat in class. You had a time for 8 weeks to 10 weeks. You had homework and you had accountability and a lot of really concrete examples and stuff. Because I had read books about joint ventures and raising, but unless you're actually, at least for me, I learned by doing, and with
Hmm.
homework, it helped. And the big part of homework was practicing your pitch. First half was getting to know yourself, what you wanted to do, like how do you want to market yourself, your elevator speech, right? You kind of nail an elevator, and then you start marketing and start practicing. You start building your presentation
Okay,
using the
let's hear it.
tools.
Let's hear
I
it.
own and operate a student housing portfolio in BC and Alberta and I operate it and manage it, and it cash flows beautifully for myself, my family, and my joint venture partners.
Yay. That's
It's a little
awesome.
rough. I haven't said it in a long
Yeah,
time.
sorry. That wasn't fair. I caught you off guard there.
Anyways, I was shocked by my partner. It's my sister.
Oh, okay.
Out of nowhere, she's like, Bartek and I, her husband, we want to be your JV. And I'm like, because
What?
she had been my practice partner for a couple of presentations. And I had, at this point, when she said this, which was, I think, a year ago, August, I had already done about 15, 20 presentations for real people that were interested.
Hmm.
And part of the education is you do this questionnaire. You really get to know each other from an investing side of things so that clear expectations are set out pretty immediate, and what people want. And, you know, so some of that screening process for both sides, working partner and financial partner, eliminated people right away, or this wasn't what they wanted, or no, we didn't fit. And then I got down to four people that actually worked out. We felt really good. But then three of them couldn't get, and they didn't happen all at once either.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
this was
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
three of them couldn't get pre-approval because the financial partner has to get the mortgage, has to get,
Right, right.
they didn't have enough, um, I get the debt
Yeah,
ratio.
right, right.
And they were surprised by that. Anyways, my sister had just decided to sell her Kit's condo. She'd had it for several years, over a decade, on 4th and Balsam in Kitsilano, Vancouver, which is a high sought out area. And she did very well. And she's like, I want to invest with you. I've been watching your
Got some
journey with
cash.
Nanaimo
Yeah.
for over a decade, and you know your stuff. Every time I talk real estate, I go to you. Whenever I have questions, I go to you. Um, so in hindsight, it was a blessing that family was the first joint venture, because no matter how much you learn in a classroom situation, it's not till you're actually doing it that you really get into the nitty-gritty. And yeah, just little bumps and bruises and stuff. And it's just like, oh gosh, I'm glad I'm knowing this with her. Oh, okay, I'll find that out. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So so yeah, it's been a very interesting journey. She's she clearly did not want to be touching it she's your poster child for passive investing as a joint venture. We're about
Perfect.
this Saturday we're scheduled meeting, the three of us, to go over Q3, Q2 and Q3. And yeah, it's going well. It's what I find the most gratifying thing, Jen, is 18 months ago, I knew that what I had created in Nanaimo could easily be implemented in other cities, in other university communities. And and it did. I did it. I manage it all. I manage Nanaimo, Edmonton, from this little corner. You guys can't see it because my logo's behind me, but I have this little corner in my basement, my office, and I have boots on the ground, obviously a strong team, but I do about 75 to 85% of everything, and then I hire trades, or what the woman that helps me in Edmonton likes to call herself, the problem solver,
Yeah, yeah.
or long distance investors. Um, so yeah, I enjoy the hands-on, the control, I feel that a lot of the situations I've learned over since 2011, a property manager would not have had had enough emotions, or enough, I don't know, skin in the game. I don't like that term. I hate that term, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, I
To
know what you
make
mean.
sure that that didn't cost me money.
Well, and that's the uniqueness we were talking about. I just partnered with somebody in a property management company, and the uniqueness of our property management company is we're all investors.
Ah,
So we get,
yes.
timelines. We get, like
Yeah.
increasing the value of the property, regular maintenance to avoid, bigger issues, all those kind of things. So we understand that, and that is a problem. Yeah, with
Yes, it is. It is. And
mhm.
to be honest, when I first bought Nanaimo, there was not one property manager that wanted to touch it. They were like, no, we don't do student housing. No, we don't
Yeah,
do individual rooms. Because
right.
I have right now between Nanaimo and Edmonton, I have 22, 9 and 12, 21 leases.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's good. It's a good
Yeah,
flow. It does
yeah,
keep me, it does. I don't go by a week that I don't do something for one of them.
right.
But that's the jam, right? As a real estate investor.
Yeah,
And my sister's the passive investor. She could, yeah, no.
nice.
I start
Yeah.
talking to her about certain details. She's like, no, don't want to hear it.
Don't want to
Don't
know.
want to hear it. Is my cash flow
That's
coming
your
in? Is
job.
the money, is the house standing? Is everything,
Yeah,
everybody
yeah,
happy? I'm like,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. Yeah. Well, and honestly, that's the kind of investor you want, right? Because
Yeah, yeah,
you are the boots on the ground. You don't want them to be meddling in between that you feel like you have to run every little detail by
yeah,
them,
you can't.
which just slows everything down, right?
And
Like
I and that's the point of the questionnaire in the beginning. Like you
yeah,
clearly state, if you want to learn, then this isn't for you. Like I'm happy to teach certain things,
yeah,
but I don't want to go every day through the
yeah,
day-to-day
yeah, yeah,
texts and emails I get and stuff and just
yeah,
keeping you
yeah,
in the loop on everything.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
agree.
that would be painful.
Yes, that would be painful. Yes, I agree. I agree. So kudos to you. My first property was a student rental. I still have it, but I decided not to expand on that. It's a lot of work. And I've since I was rental by the room, and I've since gone to the full house.
Full
Um,
house.
yeah, yeah. It's a group of students, but one rent, they pay utilities.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, no, you get a group of friends and like I'm doing
yeah.
that right now for my son in Victoria.
Hmm.
But the catch is it's the market too. Like Nanaimo, when I bought, we didn't have a monopoly. We didn't have, I think the vacancy rate was at 6.
Oh,
We didn't have the luxury of saying, yeah, no, you got to go get 3 other fronts to get this place.
yeah.
Like, so I've never had, because you're in,
Windsor,
where's your student rental?
Ontario.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
so it's like Victoria. It's a bigger
Yeah,
dynamics and stuff.
yeah,
And I didn't even try to do that with Edmonton because I'm quite comfortable doing room rentals.
yeah.
And I find that way, at least I found with Nanaimo, after a while, the vacancy, the having the April to or May to July, the 4 months in there kind of less full. I don't have that as much because I also have incorporated co-living into it.
Okay, nice.
Um,
Yeah.
and my insurance allows a certain percentage for students and a certain for young professionals. The
Okay.
insurance covers both dynamics.
Okay. Which is tricky to find as well, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
It's all, I'm in marketing too. That's my job, the one that pays the mortgage,
yeah,
or
yeah,
gets the mortgage.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that gets the mortgage. That's it. Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'm in marketing. I've been doing marketing for over 30 years, producing content for anything and everything. So I work it through that lens and my websites, my Google reviews, they're quite strong. So I think that has helped quite a bit too.
Awesome. Yeah, very good. Well, ironically, I started with room rentals as well because the house closed in July, mid-July.
Yeah,
So everybody already had their groups formed for
yeah,
September and all
yeah.
that kind of stuff, right? So, but filled it, kept it full during COVID. I don't know if you had any.
I did too.
Yeah, yeah. Well, fortunately, I had international students, so they didn't go
They
home,
they couldn't
right?
go home.
No, no, the Canadian kids, they all went home. Why would you pay rent? But
Yeah.
yeah, I went right through COVID with it full, but then just decided, yeah, it's a lot of, and then, well, I think you probably know financing a student rental is difficult.
Yes, it wasn't as difficult. That's one thing that almost killed Edmonton, that
Yeah,
joint venture.
yeah,
We're going through all our due diligence and stuff, and then all of a sudden the mortgage broker goes, I can't for the life of me get anyone to commit to this. And I'm
yeah,
like, what do you mean? I have one over here.
yeah.
And he's like, they're not doing it anymore. You're grandfathered. And so he did find a couple of A lenders that, but they don't deal with brokers, I guess, or something like that. He just
Oh,
said, you have a relationship with this bank, which both, funny enough, both my sister and I did from different things, National Bank of Canada.
hmm.
And he put us in contact with his guy there, and that came through.
Okay.
So there are, I want to say three that do it. I think CIBC might, but I can't remember. And I can't remember the third one. But yeah, it's again another window that's kind of shifting in the financing world.
Hmm. And ironically, I bought my first one with it wasn't a JV, but my dad gave me a private mortgage on it. And
Yeah,
so that made it easy. And then it was three years in. He did it for 3 years. And then but I had to go B lender because I'm self-employed. So
yeah,
yeah. But still, so I just keep renewing with them, right? Because
yeah.
yeah.
I haven't. Yeah, we've been with the same bank, Scotia. They do both sides. We're about to renew next year. Yeah, that should be interesting. Going from 2% to whatever.
Yeah, right, right.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I think mine just renewed at 519. So I mean, it's not horrible.
not
And
horrible,
that's
but
with a B lender. Yeah.
yeah. Oh, so you haven't, oh, with the B lender. Okay, so right, you haven't moved on. Yeah. So because we got for Edmonton for a 3-year fixed, we got 4.2,
Oh,
4.24.
okay. Okay. Nice. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
curious
but
to see what,
they are very difficult to finance. That
yeah.
most financial institutions don't want to touch them, which
Yeah.
is ironic because they're cash cows,
They're
right?
cash, they have the potential to be really good cash cows. It
Yeah,
comes down to the management too. So, but I think the banks literally see student housing or rooming, both of those
yeah.
levels, student
Like
housing
Animal House,
and
right?
rooming
Like,
house. All
yeah,
you see is parties,
yeah,
the beer kegs, or
yeah.
you see the little mini stovetop, or what are those things called when you
Oh,
got
hot plates.
a hot plate by
Yeah,
the pillow about to
right,
burn the house
right.
down,
Yeah,
right?
no, my insurance stipulates that no hot plates in the room.
No hot plates, nothing.
Yeah,
And it's like,
yeah.
that was one thing I had a hard time getting back in 2013, 2012, 2013. No. Oh, yes. Yeah, it was a year after. Yeah. Because anyways, yeah, insurance. That was
Hmm.
harder to get than
A
the
mortgage.
financing back then.
Yeah,
Yeah. But it fascinates me that co-living I think it's coming. I think it's
it
that really
is.
it's
It is.
starting
Yeah.
to take traction. Like just in my neighborhood alone, there's a developer that built a duplex just up the road from me, and each room has its own bathroom. And the
Okay.
rooms are rented between 1,600 and 1,800, depending on their size and what floor they're on. And
Hmm.
then around the corner from that, he's building a fourplex for the same,
Hmm.
all co-living.
Yeah.
Um, so the return is there, and the need is there because it fits. Even a one bedroom or a bachelor is still quite pricey for some, right? I
Right.
was just looking at
Right.
some rentals or some data right now just before um I came on because I'm working on another JV presentation and kind of getting current data. And in Edmonton, a one bedroom or a bachelor to a one bedroom is between um 1,300 and 1,400 or 11 1,100, depending on the neighborhoods, obviously.
Hmm.
But we're still looking over. $1,000 plus utilities. So, because once you enter that phase, you're doing all the extras, right? Plus furnishing and whatever.
Right.
Um,
Right.
so I try to buy and rent my rooms between um 750 and 1050,
Okay.
like in that range.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not competing with the bachelor.
Right. Right. Yeah.
And that seems to be the sweet spot. At least it is in Nanaimo so far, because I haven't actually had my vacancy rate's been under 1% since COVID.
Nice. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, but again, with the co-living, um, again, difficult to finance and
Yeah,
insurance.
it's just they're
Yeah.
afraid of the whole myth about it. And in how many years have I done this? 14 years. Um, I've had one student fit the student housing or student keg, beer
Okay.
keg
Okay.
poster boy. Like he was
Okay.
just the poster boy from it. A
Yeah.
soccer player from Mexico here to
Yeah.
party without mom and dad, even though
Yeah.
he was becoming a lawyer. Um,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it was only
Yeah.
once, and I
Mm-hmm.
learned my lesson then. What I discovered from that experience was you ask what their hobbies are.
Drinking, if it's drinking,
They
next.
never say drinking, but when they say going out, there's certain words they say,
Yeah,
and of course
hanging out
now
with
with social,
friends. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, it's just certain words. I'm like, and I'll dig a little deeper, and I'm like,
yeah. Tell
hmm.
me more. Yeah. That's great. So you're working on your next project. Tell us about that.
Well, I just did a viewing of it. I've been eyeballing it for 6 months now, since April, and it's been on and off the market for a while. And I finally said, okay, to my real estate agent in Edmonton, let's go do a video view, FaceTime view. So we did that Friday morning, and it's got really good, it's got good potential and stuff. It's not furnished very well. It's newer. It's 2014. It's full. It's got several bedrooms. I won't give you all the details because, I don't want to lose it.
Right, yeah.
But what a lot of the bedrooms has their own bathroom. So it's like that house I was just telling you about down the road from here in Squamish. So, and it's zoned correctly. So it's in the zone that allows for this, which is really important for student housing. And anyways, the numbers can work if I can get them down. Their listing is a little too high, especially when you compare it to the one I bought last year.
Hmm.
Um, you know, I think, yeah, if I can get it under 700 and a joy and a
Yeah,
JV that would be willing to
yeah,
put in the 20% deposit and get the mortgage, then yeah, I think I'll do well. It'll do well. It's in a great location right near all of the LRTs and literally four stops around the house. So just
nice. Yeah,
walk here,
yeah,
and they're in a bus stop and stuff. Plus 15 minutes walk to University of Alberta.
nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And those are all the key components, right?
The key components. The
Yeah.
number one thing I always look for is the distance, walking
Hmm.
distance. It
Hmm.
has to be under 20 minutes.
Hmm.
And that
Hmm.
really reduces your vacancy.
And I find too, they always want to know the transit because
Uh-huh.
mostly they're working part-time, right?
Yeah.
So they want to
Yeah.
know where they can hop a bus to and
Yeah,
what what
exactly.
what bus will get them to that Walmart or Tim
Yeah,
Hortons or whatever it is, right? Yeah.
exactly. And
Yeah.
and is there a shopping mall where they can just walk to and get groceries and stuff?
Exactly.
That's
Yeah.
really important too, because 90% of them don't have cars and don't
Yeah.
want cars.
Yes. Yeah. It can't for international students, they can't afford them.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
And yeah, the amount of money international students pay our Canadian institutions is mind-boggling.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So you're looking for a joint venture partner for that
Hmm.
one.
Yeah.
And so what are you looking for?
I want I want a duplicate of my sister.
Yeah. So you need somebody to qualify for the mortgage.
I need someone to qualify for the mortgage. carry the mortgage for 5 years or 3 years. No, the commitment's 5 years minimum, and then ideally going up to 8 to 10, because that's when you start getting the mortgage appreciation
Right.
um, return, right? Um, so anyone that just wants a decent return, not a crazy return on the investment. I haven't finished the numbers, so I can't even give you a percentage yet right now. But for my sister, it was around 16% annual.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I gotta go back. Um, and they they want something like I visualize a partner that is interested in real estate investing, understands the concept of owning more brick and mortar versus stocks, but
Right.
they actually want both in their portfolio. They want a diff
A
some
blend. Yeah.
stocks here, some more
Hmm.
brick and mortar, like they balancing
Hmm.
it all off.
Right.
So they each play off each other's strengths, right? So
Hmm.
that's what I'm hoping for. Someone that wants to do that, plus just wants to get updated, much like any financial planner
Yeah.
that I'll just update them and stuff. And there's certain rules and yeah, that's
Yeah.
the ideal scenario. Um,
Trust your expertise as a boutique student housing provider, right?
I say boutique because mine are small. Every time I've met, like Jenny, I rarely ever meet anyone that does room to room in the smaller places. Like, how many rooms do you have in your house?
Five,
Five.
but
So
with three washrooms.
three washrooms. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But one
I
kitchen. Yeah.
one kitchen.
Yeah.
So yeah. So Edmonton has two kitchens and 9 bedrooms. The one I
Okay.
bought,
Okay.
and then Edmonton, sorry, Nanaimo on each side is 6 bedrooms and one big kitchen.
Okay.
But you're actually the first person I've met that actually has done the room leasing and they still has the portfolio, but even though you've gone into a group lease, usually people that I meet in our industry, in our circles of networking, real estate investing, they all own um, bigger multifamily purpose-built student rentals, it seems,
Okay.
and they don't manage them. Do you manage yours, obviously?
I had, yeah.
I had.
I
Okay, so you
I
have someone
had
else.
been, yeah, I had been managing my full portfolio, but since forming this property management company partnership,
Yeah,
um the head office does all the day-to-day stuff.
yeah,
So I am a partner of the company. Um, I am the relationship. I work on building relationships with other investors, so that we manage their properties as well. And I also provide all the preferred maintenance people from my
experience.
experience locally, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
So yeah, so that's my job, which which I like. Is yeah, dealing with other investors and just providing the names and I mean I do quality control too, like
Yeah.
the Kingston will deal with like the plumber, sending them, making sure, all the as soon as we take over a property, everybody gets a lockbox on there. So Kingston does all, if there's a tenant in the unit, they contact the tenants. If there's an issue, there's a portal so the tenant can say, oh, my toilet's leaking or whatever.
Yeah.
And they'll contact the tenant, troubleshoot some things with them to see if maybe they can fix it and decide, what kind of plumbing issue maybe it is. And we have different plumbers that maybe,
Yeah.
one might deal better with clogged sinks and
Yeah.
toilets, main drains, and another one might be better, at ripping out walls and
Yeah.
replacing pipes and things like that. So Kingston will, yeah, deal with all that. They'll contact the tenant saying, they're coming at such and such time, blah blah blah, and do all. They pay the invoices and then bill the property owner. So they take care of all that.
So you're in the relationship sales.
I Yes. relationship sales. That's yeah. Yes. Yes.
Awesome.
Relationship
Yeah.
building. Yeah.
I've yet to meet any company that does student housing the way I do here. Sounds like you've taken your experience and brought it over. But like I said
So
earlier, I couldn't find anyone. In 2011, there was no one interested in property managing student housing.
no. And around here either, I think there's one company that does it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, especially now I was just talking to somebody who potentially wanted us to um, manage their property, and they're doing it by the room. The area he's in, like I said, it's not legal, number one,
Oh,
right? And number two, he only has two of four rooms rented. So I said, you know what it's going to cost you? I said, have you thought about renting it as a full house? Because the cost of leasing, um, our minimum leasing fee
yeah.
versus the monthly
Yeah.
revenue for, a room,
Hmm.
I don't know if it was, worth it. So we're still in conversations. I think he's a fairly new investor and didn't really know what he was getting into and just wanted to, and he just wants some money coming in. So he
Yeah.
rented it by the room, but not, you have to have a strategy, right?
Yeah, but I was when I bought this the first one in 2011, I had no clue. I had
No,
no clue.
me either.
I was
I
so
was so
under the
green too. I just
I
thought
was
I want to
so
invest
under
in real estate, and I hear student rentals are good, right?
I didn't even know about student rentals. I was just like looking at it going, "Oh, of course student rentals. That makes sense. Students have to live somewhere once they get off campus." I had no clue, but I was still under the impression that you put a happy tenant in there, you sign a lease, I'll talk to you in a year.
Yeah.
And it really is passive. And here's my cash flow at the end. Oh, Lord, I learned that within 3 months. Oh, even less than
Yeah.
that. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. The first
Yeah.
18 months, I learned so much and just, yeah, got my ass handed to me, actually.
Yeah. Because they're kids. They don't, coming from home, especially like the international students that I had, if they were here, no, they were all in the master's program. My house is like a stone throw from the engineering building, and they were all in some kind of master's engineering program. But they don't have a clue how to do anything because if they're here, they have money back home, right? So
Yeah, yeah,
they have people that do everything for them. They don't know
yeah.
how to change a light bulb. They
Yeah,
don't know.
I'm actually just in the process of putting all because the one thing that having a JV, you run into that whole when you're doing the contract, that what if I get hit by the bus? What if the working partner gets hit by the bus, right?
Yes,
A
yes.
passive money partner has financial partner has no clue what the hell. So and having that conversation with my partner made me look at my husband and go, it's the same for you, hon. He goes, well, don't you have your folder? Don't you have a binder full of this stuff?
Yeah, like a
I'm like,
playbook. Yeah.
I'm like,
No.
binders, those disappeared a decade ago. I got folders digital on our Google
Yeah.
Drive
I
and
got
our
Google
what
Docs. Yeah.
Google
Yeah.
Docs and stuff.
Yeah.
But anyways, the point being, I realized there was an opportunity there that A, I could do an operations manual for boutique style and managing.
Yes,
That's
very
one
smart.
idea that's floating
Yeah.
here, but also a welcome package for internet for all the students
Yes, yes.
to 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 make them realize like you try to do
This
that
is
with the
garbage
addendum
day.
and
This is
stuff.
recycle day. This is how the washer works. This is
Yorks,
yeah,
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 this is
yeah.
you don't leave
Yeah.
your dishes out. You don't dump a bunch of stuff down the drain like the other day.
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, one of my tenants sent me an image of the drain in the kitchen.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
it was nutty.
Yes.
So yeah, just
And
all
only
those cultural
showers, no
things.
bathtubs, screens in
Yeah,
the screen.
cultural, very, and each culture, like I've had students from China, India, Africa, Germany, like every one of them has slightly
Different
different
little,
little
yeah,
expectations
yes, yes,
that are completely opposite to what you expect as the
yes,
landlord.
yes, exactly. Now I've had mostly Indian students, and which is kind of nice because I get to know their culture, right? I get to
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
oh,
yeah,
it
yeah,
was just Diwali, or like just different things like that, right? Their
yeah.
celebrations, their um yeah, generally they don't like to shake a woman's hand. I've learned that about it. But yeah, just different little idiosyncrasies, right?
Yeah,
About
it's just
each
different little
culture.
things. Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
And I'm I'm debating to do female only for the next one
Oh, okay.
because I get a lot of that. It's
Okay.
interesting.
Yeah,
And it's a
interesting.
cultural thing. It's 100% cultural.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
interesting.
Hmm. Yeah. So it's been bouncing that idea around.
Yeah. So how do you say when you're screening a tenant for your student housing,
Hmm.
you have a checklist, what's your screening process?
Um, well, basically, I do the whole, depends where they got me, right? Usually it's all through texting or private message. Facebook has become the number one place to most 80% of my tenants have come from Facebook now.
Yeah,
Um, and then Kijiji or rentals.ca and places for students are they pretty much are even, like they cover the 25%.
yeah.
So it depends how they reach out to me and how they interact with me, their language skills. Um, and then if they want to view it, I'll do a phone call or a video and just get more vibe from them.
Mm-hmm.
Usually I do it after they view it, even though it could probably be done before,
Mm-hmm.
but it's time here or time there. So over the years, I've realized it doesn't matter as long as um, it's done.
Right.
Um, so I just get a vibe from the people. I
Mm-hmm.
don't follow a checklist. I do follow my application process. Like everything has to be filled out. If it's not, I ask why. So the applications is pretty, black and white. I can
Mm-hmm.
quickly see if they have any red flags. Any red flags usually can come out of just the experience of looking at and then I always do the credit check.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, no, I don't have a set checklist other than
Okay.
the application form has to be set. I have to speak with them and see that like have a verbal. Um, and then the credit check. Obviously credit check has to be good and
Right.
their references have to be good. Like,
Right.
yeah. Yeah, if I can't reach the tenants or the old previous landlords, and sometimes that does happen, um, then that's usually a hard no too. Like if I can't talk to a previous landlord.
Okay.
And of course I get 18-year-olds, right? So I'm actually credit checking the parents.
Right.
And the parents are co-signing. So that's
Right.
one rule. Like if your parents are paying, they're going to be on the lease.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed. Agreed. I actually not my student rental, but I just had somebody rent one of my two bedrooms, and she is a student. Um, and the dad is self-employed. The mom is covering she's guarantor for her sister who's up in Ottawa. So yeah, I'm sure he does okay, but
Yeah.
he didn't have income to prove probably under a corp. He has a garage. But so they offered to pay 6 months in advance. And I said, well, um, because I just work here. I said that's fine. I said for 6 months, but I said it's a 12-month lease and I have to sell it to the owners that that which I mean I do have partners on that property. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's just stretching this, but I says, I have to sell it that, 12 months rent. So he says, okay, we'll pay you 12 months rent in advance. I'm like, all right.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
Right. Yeah.
I was going to say, did you just do a 6-month lease? Because where are
No,
you? What province?
Ontario.
Okay, yeah. So the tenancy out there is quite difficult if you they don't pay after 6 months, right?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So
Yeah.
yeah, so that was sweet. Yeah,
Yeah. No.
yeah,
So it's in reserve fund now, right? And moves over kind of
exactly,
thing.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it's yeah, it's just nice to, have that sitting there and that unit's paid every month, right? Which I mean, I don't have issues with, collecting rent. I usually vet the tenants
Yeah,
fairly well.
I rarely have someone not paying, even
Yeah,
they've been late, but um one of the things I think I pride myself on is actually having a pretty open communication with all my leases, so all of my tenants.
yeah.
And the ones that have had to be late or whatever, they 90% of the time they literally just forgot.
Okay, yeah. I've had a handful too, reach out to me
But
before
yeah,
and
but
say,
that's what
"Listen,
happened.
I just had a huge, car
Yeah,
issue and I've got to
yeah.
pay the bill
Or I
and
just changed jobs, like the
yeah,
payment is
yeah,
behind, like it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
lining
But
up. But it's
I'll
always a solid reason,
yeah,
and they
yeah.
always end up giving it to me within. I don't think it's ever gone past 10 days, being 10
Yeah,
days late.
I agree. I'm the same. I'll send you this now. Can I send you the rest, next
Yeah,
Friday when I get paid kind of thing. And
yeah.
I always say, I appreciate you reaching out and letting me know and absolutely, so
And that's, yeah, I think that's the other thing why I like doing individual leases. To me, it gives me the security of always having something come in versus one lease. It's like only multifamily, a nine unit, 12
true.
unit building,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
I
so true.
have I
Yeah,
have it flows and abs kind of thing.
yeah,
And that's definitely has helped Edmonton as we started our first year and just started building up. And it's full
right,
right now, but
right,
come April 30th, it's gonna be, it's gonna be my first real late spring, summer in Edmonton.
right,
Um, so it'll be interesting to see what happens with the vacancy.
right. Because those are they full year leases or no?
No, because we literally got the keys November 28th or something like that.
Okay.
So it was the winter crowd, right? So I took whatever I could.
Yeah, yeah.
I got it. I got people
Whoever was coming
in.
January
And by
1st.
April,
Yeah.
I had the whole thing full. 9 rooms, which I was quite pleased about.
Hmm.
Um, but now I have 8 months and 12 months and some 6 months. So there are going to be a couple of holes till I
Yeah.
finally it's going to take a while to get the rhythm, right?
Right.
Um, but because it was late fall when we got the keys, I don't know what it's like during the quiet months in
Hmm.
campus, the
Hmm.
May, June, July, August, right? So
Hmm. Yeah.
I'm guessing it might not be as I'm my gut is leaning towards it's not going to be as bad as I think it could be. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because I mean, you could also get in, working professionals that are there for,
Exactly. And
you
it's the
know,
whole co-living thing,
yeah,
plus the
yeah,
hospital training. Um, it's
yeah.
a bit massive. University of Alberta is a massive medical training facility, and they've just launched a big program called Shape, how they want to grow the university.
Hmm.
Um, so I can see a lot of experts coming in for 4 months, 6 months, stuff like that.
Exactly. And that's perfect. Some of my non-student rentals are furnished units as well. And
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And we had, they were building a battery plant here. So we
Hmm.
had the trades guys in, paying, and they pay premium rent because they're under a year lease. They
Yeah.
don't want to make a long commitment because
Hmm.
they don't know how long they're going to be.
Yeah.
But yet it
Hmm.
gets extended and extended and extended, so I'll work with them to do a shorter lease, like, a 6 month lease or a 4 month lease, and it's fully furnished like an Airbnb unit.
Yeah.
But then it gets extended, and so they're paying a premium, and they keep paying that, same. So
Yeah.
it works
Yeah.
out. It works
It
out.
works out. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, it's getting to know the market, really getting to know
yeah,
what the line you can go over kind of thing, push
right.
stuff.
Yeah, yeah, and just
Um,
getting creative, right?
yeah.
How to
Yeah,
keep
and the
your,
co-living has saved Nanaimo is definitely 50-50 now. 50% students, 50% graduates with their MBAs, and they can't afford to live alone yet.
yeah, yeah,
Or they're waiting for their PR, and you can't change your address when you're doing your PR,
right,
right?
right.
So
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
really getting to know that process has helped.
right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Well, and the thing I find with people who are going through that process, they get their student visa and then their work permit and their PR, but they always pay the rent. They don't want any red flags on, because that was
Oh, yeah.
initially I thought, okay, so your parents are in India. How can they, be your guarantors? How am I going to get money out of them? But through the process, I've learned they're paying the rent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear an awful noise right now?
No.
Okay, good. Because we're having some plumbing issues in my house, and it's right
Okay.
above my screen, right above me. And I'm like, oh God, it's gonna kill the recording.
No, 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 I can't hear it at all. I shouldn't have said anything.
Oh, I had to. It's just too loud. It's just
Okay.
just driving me
Okay.
crazy. But yeah, no, yeah, it's a great strategy. It is, especially if you are new to investing. It's a good one to get your hands in, really, really get to know it, and if you want to have your hands on kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I said it was like I had a whole bunch more kids when I was doing it by the room and but nice, respectful,
Oh,
good
always,
group of kids.
always.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, the
So
international students are really,
yes,
actually,
they
all
are.
my students have been,
Yes.
other than two, one with the poster
Yeah.
boy, and then the other one was
Yeah.
just mental health stuff. It's been good. Been good. I
Good.
can't complain.
Yeah. Yeah. The one time I did go, they phoned in the microwave wasn't working, so I went to check and um there's one thing that it's water. I don't know. They get water everywhere. When they shower, there's water all over the bathroom. When they wash dishes, there's water. So my first thought was, okay, there's a ground fault, not too far away. I thought, and the dish rack is closest to the micro. Anyways, so I
You
went
thought
over and
water got into it or
oh
something, right?
yeah, yeah. So I just, reset the ground fault and they're like, what'd you do? I said, well, see this here. If any water gets in it, it shuts it down. So, but they thought I was God.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. How'd you do that? But anyways, they're
Uh,
cute. They are very
yeah,
cute.
they are great. It's a good population of people to feel like you're helping them,
Yes, yes,
and even the North American students, like
yes, yes. I,
I like getting the 18-year-olds actually. I like getting the young ones because
yeah,
um yeah, the
it
and
is.
mommy
Yeah.
and daddy are covering it. It's like if they go sideways, I just call and it's done, dealt with.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like being mom or your best friend's mom, right? Yeah, watching over you.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, yeah.
well, that's great. So your next one that you're looking at is in Edmonton. And
Hmm.
how many bedrooms is that?
8,
Eight. Okay.
6
And
bathrooms.
and six bathrooms. Very nice. Very nice. So you're looking for a joint venture partner on that one.
Yep,
Um, and they would qualify for the mortgage
yep.
and provide the down payment, 20% down payment.
Down
And
payment plus some other closing costs, I'm
closing
calling
costs.
it. But
Yeah.
it's gonna run between 180 and 195, 180 and 195 investment. That's
Okay.
about, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. And you want somebody just like your sister that's not interested in the day-to-day operations. You'll take care of that.
Yeah, they want their money safe and sound,
Yes. Yes.
growing slowly and steadily, and no
Yeah.
risk, no drama,
Exactly.
no get
Exactly.
rich schemes.
Yeah, no, no get rich quick schemes. And I always marvel too at the people that say, "Oh, investing in real estate, isn't that risky?" I'm like, no.
Yeah, just like the stock market or
Yeah,
crypto or
yeah, the stock
whatever.
market, right? But I always say, well, um, what did you pay for your first house 20 years ago, and what's it worth now?
Yeah.
Is that risky? Yeah, there might be a little dip in the market here and there, but over history, it's going up, right?
Yeah, totally. The appreciation. That's actually one thing in my pro forma. I show numbers with a modest appreciation because Alberta is not like Ontario and BC, right? We've been in a bubble, and I think the bubble's already officially has burst, but the appreciation in those two provinces have been surreal. Um, Alberta's never had that. They've had spikes and stuff.
Right.
So because of that, I actually do the performa with only a 2% annual
Okay.
increase appreciation.
Okay.
And then I show the numbers of no appreciation. Because in real estate investing, appreciation is the crystal ball element, right? We have no
Um,
control. Don't
yes,
you?
yeah,
Yes
and
or
the
no?
mortgage pay down is
Well, yeah. So
that's
there's
more guaranteed.
mortgage pay down. That's the
Yeah.
number one. And then there's cash flow. And then the cherry on top is appreciation. That's how I
Yeah, yeah, and see, I only run numbers at 3% in Ontario,
yeah.
which
Yeah.
is conservative, right? Because they say if you're counting on it, that's kind of like speculating. You can't
Yeah, exactly. You
guarantee.
can't count on it. Yeah.
No, no. I
Yeah,
mean,
you know,
if
that's what I
if
meant by the crystal ball. Like you can't,
yeah,
we have
yeah.
but we can control our mortgage payments, making sure the tenancy
Yes,
is
we can
filled
control forced depreciation by
yeah,
doing
that
renovations,
patients and
you
cleaning
know,
things
fixing up
up,
rooms. Yeah,
yeah,
exactly, exactly, so that rents can be higher.
yeah,
So that's controllable.
yeah,
Natural appreciation you can't control.
no,
That's why you have to, yeah, run those numbers very
yeah,
conservatively. But
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's great. So, oh my goodness, we've killed an hour. So, yeah. And just like that. So, any last words of advice? How about let's start with how can people reach you if they're interested in investing in your deal?
Okay, you see here, I'll put my head down. See that?
Okay.
P. Wilson Marketing and Management. I'm on Facebook. You can
And
also
I've
find,
tagged you in the video, so
okay.
anybody who's watching the video can see yeah.
Yeah, so I'm on Instagram too. So you just have to Google Patricia Wilson, and if you put marketing or management, it'll come up. I on Facebook, I have my personal profile, obviously, and the business profile. So either of those, or
Just through
Patricia at
Messenger. Yeah.
yeah, or Messenger, or Patricia at patriciawilson.ca. Or
Okay.
sorry, no, Patricia at pwilsonmarketing.ca.
Okay. 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 Very good.
Oh,
Very good. Okay. And any words of
final advice,
wisdom, words of
wisdom.
caution, words of
Caution, wisdom, take action. Like if you really
Yeah,
are into real estate investing, and the number one action I would recommend is education. Really
absolutely.
learn,
100%.
really
100%.
learn before you
Yeah.
drop the money and stuff and feel
Yeah.
good about
Yeah.
and don't be afraid to ask questions.
Mm, yeah. Talk to other investors. That's
Other investors are the
I
best.
Right? And
They're-
I always say that's what I love so much about this community
Yeah,
is other investors share. They
we
do,
do.
it's not a secret. They don't we share. They say, there's enough real estate to go around.
Yeah,
Let's work together. Let's collaborate. Let's help each other. Like
exactly.
everybody starts somewhere,
Yeah,
and I feel it's our obligation almost to
pay it forward.
yeah, yeah, or pay it backwards, whatever, right?
Yeah,
Like help the newbies coming up because
yeah,
people helped us when we were
yeah,
newbies. So
exactly,
yeah,
exactly,
yeah, yeah.
exactly.
And I just love talking to new investors who are just so excited about it and just want to eat up all the knowledge. And I'm pretty creative. I am known as the creative finance expert because of my self-employment and starting with the
Yeah,
student rentals. So just getting creative with strategies of how to make things work. Like another one, I got a vendor take back mortgage,
yeah,
like things like that. I love being able to share that with
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, new
No.
investors.
Yeah,
Or
and all the excitement of finding the property, and all of a sudden you're working the numbers. and they're working, and you're like,
Woo!
oh, oh my God, I found the unicorn.
Yeah, yeah. Well, this could actually work.
This can
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
work. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
it never gets old, eh? Never gets old when you find that
Never,
property and
never
you're
gets
putting in,
old.
and you're like,
No. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, that's amazing. And yeah, I can't stress enough. I've invested a lot of money into my education, like a lot of money.
yeah,
But I mean, if you can avoid, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing now if I didn't have that education, right?
yeah.
Just
Yeah, I don't
yeah.
think I would have had the courage to do a joint venture, even with my sister, if I hadn't done the courses with Michael, with Savvy Investor.
Right. And I
Yeah,
mean, I've done like multifamily, so like I would have no idea how to run those numbers, how to finance those deals, how to,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
Like it was
how
just
to
it was just the language and the confidence and just the clarity of the contract, like learning about the contract and all the nitty gritty about that stuff like that, and
absolutely
how how to vet them. Not just they're vetting you, but you have to vet your partner too, your money partner.
100%,
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
So all that it just gave me a great amount of confidence to
Perfect.
get to
Yeah.
the next
Yeah.
step.
Yeah. Knowledge is power, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
take
So
action. Then do it.
and then take action.
Do it.
Just do it. Yeah. Don't get into what is it? Analysis paralysis, right?
Analysis paralysis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
I
go
felt
for
like
it.
I was totally stuck in an analysis paralysis. And it was one late night or middle of the night, and I found the student house, my first one.
Yeah.
And I thought it was just, no, no, there's no way.
It,
No way
it,
that these numbers are right. And
it,
then I came back, and it was like, oh, okay. It's not the midnight fog.
yes, right, right. And I think the thing is too, um I was more willing not to risk, but like for if it was 100% my investment, that was a different story. But
Mhm.
if I'm bringing in somebody else's money,
Yeah. Yeah. The
then
numbers have to be solid.
oh my goodness,
Yeah.
like I would
And
die 1,000 deaths before,
and that's
right?
what I didn't expect actually was after the fact, like in February or March, it hit me. Um, the responsibility, like that real, like it's this is real. Like it was like oomph,
Yeah,
this solid weight, and it was just like, wow, do I want to do this again? Do I want to be responsible for someone else's money again? And it took me a while to say yes in my own head, in my
yeah,
own,
yeah.
just because
It's a huge
it's a
responsibility
huge responsibility, and it should be taken care of with, I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but
with kid gloves,
kid
right?
gloves or
Yeah,
just
yeah,
respect
yeah, yeah,
and consideration, and especially with all the bad stuff that's been happening for the industry with private
yeah.
lending, that it's yeah, it's just
And
yeah.
quite honestly, even, talking about that, I don't know if those were really bad people
Oh
or
no,
or
no,
they, just got caught up in, well, P notes was just like, I don't do P notes, but like that just seemed to be, and on both sides, because people who were funding the P notes were making big money, and with
yeah,
big
I think it's
returns come big risks, but things were going well. And then I think the people that were borrowing them, they weren't counting on the market cycle changing, right?
yeah, and I think a lot of them grew way too fast.
Yes,
Like,
agreed. Agreed. Over
and that's
leveraged. Yeah,
yeah, and
yeah,
that's why I'm really grateful for my husband always being the voice of reason in the last 2 decades. He's the one that's like, okay, but this would what
yeah.
happens if we do
Just
this?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then yeah, no, it has to be, like you said, it has to be with kid gloves, other people's money. Yeah. It's their bread and butter. It's their life. Like you don't,
That could be their retirement, right? That
yeah, I
yeah.
know it is. I know part of the money she gave me is part of her retirement. It's part of my retirement.
Yeah,
So yeah, no.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, but it's good. It's good. It's going well. It's going exactly as I envisioned and planned it. So Here's to another one.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers. Okay, well, we're already over time. Thank you again.
Thank
Great to see
you.
you again. Thank you for
Thank you
being a
so
guest
much.
tonight, and good luck with your Edmonton project. If anybody's interested in investing with Patricia on that, you reach out to her on Facebook. Can work, Facebook
Facebook's
Messenger.
probably the easiest at this time.
Probably the easiest because you're tagged in this video.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, very good. Yeah, that's great.
Thank
Um,
you.
th Thank you all for joining in tonight, and I'll see you all on the next video.